guys, how are we doing? This is a cool place. It's fancy. It's fancy for me. Like in the bathrooms, they got windows on the urinals. Yeah, I wasn't expecting that. I don't know if they see all the way through, but I wasn't a fan. I really had to pee earlier. I was gonna go pee, and then I saw the window. I got a little shy. Not a fan. It took me a little bit. So hi guys, I'm Aiden. I'm 20 years old. I'm not in college. I didn't go because I wanted to be a comedian, and my parents, they've been very supportive of that. They weren't at first though. At first they're like, you gotta go to college, and then they saw my grades and like, chase your dreams. Because I was not killing it in high school grade-wise, you know. Like I was in all the dumb kid classes. I didn't choose to be in them. They put me in them. And they don't tell you either. You just show up on the first day that there's a lot of dumb kids in this class. And then you're like, why are we all sitting on exercise balls? They don't even know what to do with us dumb kids. All the other kids that learn math and science, we're just doing arts and crafts. Just learning how to write anything helps, God bless on cardboard. I didn't like high school. It wasn't for me. I think that's because they always make you do things you don't want to do. But I always hated dodgeball. I was like, why do we gotta play dodgeball? And then all the school shootings started happening. I was like, oh, I get it. They just want you to be a little better at ducking and weaving. It makes sense. You play the game a lot differently when you know what you're training for. It's cool that you guys all came out. You're doing something fun. Like even like it's super nice out. You're sitting in a dark room. That's cool. Like what is it? 75? No, we're going inside. Weather's weird right now. I went to work this morning with a winter jacket on. I left shirtless. I didn't know what to do. Work was confused too. They're like, what are you doing? I'm like, it's hot. But it's cool you guys all came out. You're doing something fun. I've been trying to do more fun things recently. Like I went to a rave a couple weeks ago. It was my first rave. I'd never been to one before. And I will not be back. Raves, they attract a weird group of people, and I have found that is not me. I've always thought I was a weird guy. And then I went to the rave, I was like, oh, I'm not weird at all. I lived my whole life, I was like, I'm a weird guy, I'm gonna go to the rave, hang out with other weird people. And then I got there, I was like, I overcorrected. It was not for me, and I don't even like EDM music. It all sounds the same to me. Everybody else there was just headbanging and having a good time. I'm like, I'm pretty sure they played this one already. Now, I like going out on the weekends and stuff though. One of my buddies, every time we go out, he always complains. Everywhere we go, he's like, oh, the ratio's off, the ratio's off. There's not enough girls here. He's one of those guys. You know, like a creep. He's always like, the ratio's off. I'm like, dude, we're at Walmart. I think it's gonna be okay. He always wants me to be his wingman on weekends. He's like, you're my wingman tonight, right? I'm like, dude, this hasn't worked ever. I don't know why you keep asking. Every night just ends the same. He's just mad at me. He's like, you're a terrible wingman. Like, you're a terrible person. It's kind of hard to sell a product nobody wants, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, we can clap for that, I guess. Yeah, screw you, Noah. He's not here, we can throw him under the bus. I won't tell him about this. I gotta cool it with going out though. I got alcohol poisoning about a month ago. Yeah, I blacked out at a concert, woke up in the hospital. Not a good spot to be in. Especially, I'm 20, I'm underage. So the nurse was like, hey, you're underage, so normally you'd be in a bunch of legal trouble for this. But since you're here in the hospital, you won't have any of that. I was like, great, I don't want any legal trouble. And then I got that medical bill, and I was like, well, how bad was the legal trouble? Prefer to see those options beforehand. Now, waking up in the hospital, that's a real wake-up call for you. Like, ooh, I gotta make some changes. I gotta get a higher tolerance. This is embarrassing. I'm 20, so I'm been out of high school for about 2 years now. My goals in life have changed a lot since I graduated school. Because in school, I want to be like, I want to be a doctor, I want to be an astronaut. So they're like, you can do whatever you want. So I was like, cool, I'm gonna do something fun. And now I'm out of school, and I'm like, I want to be okay. That's where I'm at. I'm not even going for good. I'm like, good, what are we shooting for the stars here? I want to be at a point where I can afford batteries. Because I can't right now. Anything that needs batteries, I'm like, I guess I just don't use that anymore. I'm just at a point in my life where I'm like, how bad do we need smoke detectors? I gotta prioritize things in my house that need batteries. I'm like making lists. I'm like, I like the TV remote a lot. That goes high. And I don't really know if carbon monoxide is a real thing. I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but that is my one. Because they're like, it's colorless, it's odorless, you won't be able to tell if it's in the room. I'm like, nah, I don't think I need it then. Yeah, I had a mouse in my apartment the other day. My roommate, he called me into the kitchen, he's like, dude, get in here, we got a mouse. So I went in there thinking I was reinforcements. I was like, let's do this. When I walked in there, he had it in a box, he was giving it food and water. I walked in there, I was like, oh, we are very different people. I was like, I don't need this hammer anymore. Because I thought we were gonna kill it together. That's what I thought we were doing. I thought he's like, come hang out, let's kill a mouse. Like, how's your day been? Yeah, that's not what's happening at all. But I grew up in a mouse killing household, that's how he did it. Yeah, he grew up in a, what should we name it household? He won't let me get traps either. So I bought a bunch of traps, I brought them home. He's like, nah dude, that's inhumane. Can't be killing mice. Like, inhumane? You own a gun. He's like, anybody comes in here, blast them. But mice, they're our friends. I'm not the best roommate. Like, I've been stealing food from my roommates. Yeah, I choose to do it, it's not an accident. But I steal mainly condiments because it's hard to tell how much you've taken. Like my roommate, he buys like really good hot sauce and stuff. I use it all the time. But the other day, he let me use it for the first time. He's like, hey dude, you want to try this hot sauce? So I just had to pretend like it's the first time I ever had it. I'm like, wow, this is really good. He's like, yeah man, I buy this all the time. I go through it really fast. I just got defensive. I'm like, I don't know why you're bringing that up. I think he's on to me though, because he started putting his name on stuff in the fridge. He's claiming it. He's like, this is mine. I'm like, yeah, when you're in the room. As soon as he leaves the room, I'm like, all bets are off. This is mine now. Yeah, I'm not the best. Yeah, my mom is here. That's pretty cool. Clap it up for my mom. You're looking around. She is here. I'll introduce you later. Like, I'm not lying. Yeah, I'm excited about that. My mom's my best friend. That's where I'm at in life. Yeah, I do have other friends. I want to make that clear. It's just, my mom's a good hang. It's actually ruining hanging out with other people. Because I'll be hanging out with the boys. I'm like, you guys gotta step your game up. Mom makes cookies. This is going pretty good. I live in Minneapolis. I grew up in Duluth. I live in Minneapolis now. I've been there for about a year and a half. I still don't know how to get anywhere. I have to use Google Maps to get everywhere. And sometimes maps be like, hey, do you want to shave off like 2 minutes on your drive? And I'm like, yeah, of course. And then it'll take me into a bad neighborhood. And I'm like, well, this isn't what we discussed at all. Like, there's a reason there's no traffic here. Like, hey, Google, I said I was trying to get to Target, not become one. Every time Maps is like, you want to shave off 2 minutes? I'm like, yeah, of course. I'm like, great, lock your doors. I like living there. I miss living in Duluth. I miss my friends up there. Like, I was friends with these 4 blonde girls. Like, we went to a concert together. They invited me because they're like, we want to have a guy around, you know, in case something happens. I'm like, in case something happens, what am I gonna do? I ran cross country. I'll just be first back to the car. I can't stop a kidnapper. I'm not a strong guy. Like, a kidnapper comes up like, I'm gonna steal one of your blondes. I'm like, think again. But what's actually gonna happen is the kidnapper's gonna come up like, I'm gonna steal one of your blondes. I'm just gonna have to be like, take 2, sir. Do you need help escorting them to your van? Can't stop a kidnapper. I don't have muscles like that. Like, I don't know how much you need to bench, but I can stop a kidnapper. But it's probably more than the bar. That's where I'm at. I want to get in better shape. I want to be a big guy. Because, you know, big guys, they look capable. You see a big guy with tools, you're like, it's going to fix something. Yeah, you see me with tools, you're like, it's bringing those to someone else. I'm not a capable guy. I'm not a manly guy either. I work with a lot of manly dudes. I work in a warehouse. I don't fit in with them. Like, they're always talking about sports. Like, you see the game? I'm like, no. Doesn't even matter. Like, I don't have to know which one. You see the game? I'm like, no. Did you guys watch the Oscars? And they're like, you can't eat lunch with us. I work with a lot of dudes in the warehouse, a lot of angry old men. Very Republican. I don't really understand politics at all. But they were very excited when they changed the Gulf of Mexico to Gulf of America. That was a good day for them. I saw it on my phone. I was like, hey dude, they're changing Gulf of Mexico to Gulf of America. And just immediately my coworker goes, about time. I was like, oh, I didn't know this was weighing on you. I didn't even know it's an option, but every day he wakes up, he's like, Gulf of Mexico. He's a very angry man, my coworker. And he scares me, so I just agree with everything he says. Like, we're beefing with Canada, apparently. This is what I've heard from him. But he's ranting about Canada. He's like, oh, Canada, they're under the crown and stuff. And I was like, yeah, we should nuke them. And he was like, you get it. And I was like, I'm pretty sure I don't. Yeah, he's very upset about guys wearing dresses. That's something that bothers him a lot. It's on his mind a lot. Like, enough where I'm like, you gotta tell me something. You brought this up every day this week. But I agree with him. I'm like, oh yeah, if I see a dude in a skirt, it'll ruin my day, or whatever we're talking about. And then I leave and I'm like, yeah, but they do look comfortable. I'm like, they got that leg room. Yeah, I work with a lot of manly dudes. I'm not like them. Like, they're all, like, a lot of car guys at work. I'm not a car guy. I don't know anything about them. I like to fit in. They're always like, I like to work on my car. I'm like, oh yeah, I love working on stuff. And they're like, oh, you working on a car? I'm like, no, I'm in therapy. Working on different things. But they're always like, yeah, I got this 97, it needs some work. I'm like, oh yeah, 05. A little banged up. Just on the interior though. Outside seems fine. Yeah, I don't know anything about cars. I don't know how to turn off traction control on my car. I tried once. I got stuck in a snowbank at my buddy's cabin. He's like, oh man, we're gonna have to get him pushed. I was like, nah, you don't know cars like I do. I'm gonna turn off traction control, we're gonna shoot right out of here. I hyped it up a lot. I was like, you ready for the show? And then I hit the wrong button, opened the trunk. I didn't even try again. He's like, did you turn off traction control? I was like, my car doesn't do that. But I looked at him, I was like, hey man, you're gonna have to get on push. Close that trunk while you're out there. You guys are a fun crowd. This is fun. I've been thinking about getting a new job recently, but I'm 20, so I don't have a lot of job experience. I don't have a college degree. It's hard for me to get a job. Like every interview I go into, I'm just like, I hope they like me for me. That's all I got. I do have one thing. I have a forklift license. This is my big reveal in job interviews. I don't even put it on the resume. It's an ace in the back pocket. Like if the interview's not going too well, they're like, we were hoping you'd have more experience. I'm like, I have a forklift license. And they're like, we don't have one. And I'm like, should I leave then? That was my big thing. I don't do interviews well. They always ask like weird questions. They're like, what's your biggest weakness? I don't know how to handle that question. I'm always honest. I'm like, I'm a terrible singer. Because that's true. They're usually confused by that though. They're like, we're thinking something more related to the job. I'm like, I intend to sing here a lot. Buckle up, this is not good. Yeah, I don't know how to pack lunches for work. Like, I don't know how to like meal prep or anything like that. Because I was in school not too long ago, and in school, lunch was provided. I was a big fan of that. When I got my first full-time job, I was like, so where's lunch? I was like, it's Friday, where's that square pizza at? I hate packing my own lunch. It's a lot of work. You gotta like make your own sandwich, like put like an apple in there, write your own note. A note is supposed to be a nice little surprise. It's less surprising when you wrote it. Pop it open, you're like, I love you, have a good day. But it's in your handwriting, so you just feel weird. I don't think I'm supposed to be reading this. I grew up in the country though. I grew up in Duluth, like outside of it. Hunting's a big thing for us out there. You guys big hunters? Yeah? That's something I never really got into. I was just taking a poll to see if we'd relate or not. If you guys were all like, it's okay, then we'd relate a lot. But you know, hunting, if you're not shooting something, you're just kind of hanging out in the woods, just sitting with your thoughts and a gun. I don't know about you guys, but personally, that's no good. Like, nah, man, I can't be doing that. That's how angels are made. family's like, you want to go hunting? Like, you guys know I'm in therapy, right? I don't know if we want to risk it. Yeah, that one got dark, didn't it? You guys were on board, that's good. Yeah. I'm 20 though, I'm a Gen Zer. Most of my life, I didn't know I was Gen Z. I always thought I was a millennial. I just found out recently that millennials, they're like 40. Like, they're almost done. I like doing that. They say know your audience, and I choose not to. Like, before the show, they're like, maybe don't tell a whole audience that they're like almost done. And I'm like, I'm gonna do it anyways. But that was very confusing for me growing up. I was growing up thinking I was a millennial. People didn't like us. I was like, millennials don't want to work. I'm like, yeah, dude, I'm 12. I was just visiting family last weekend, and that was good. My family, they're very liberal. They were talking about politics. Like I said, I don't know anything about politics, but I wanted to participate. So I joined in with, yeah, not everybody should vote. That's about how it went for them too. I was like, not everybody should vote, and they're like, what? I was like, yeah, that's my one political opinion. Hear me out. Like, I don't even think I should vote. Like, I don't know what's going on in the world. Like the other day, my girlfriend was like, it's crazy what's happening in Israel and Palestine. I was like, I can never remember your friends' names. That's a pretty good joke. There's a lot of build up there where you guys are like, where is he going with this? You guys are like, I liked him before, but now I'm not so sure. And a lot of comics think you gotta understand the topic to write a joke about it. Not me. And I tackle all the topics. I'm like, I don't need any information, I got this. Yeah, I'm not a smart guy. I didn't know if I was giving off like an intelligent vibe up here. You guys are all like, he seems well-read. I'm not. I thought Arnold Palmer was a founding father. I just found out recently that he's not. I thought he was an American hero, that's why he got the drink. I found out because I was talking about the founding fathers. I was like, you know, Ben Franklin, George Washington, Arnold Palmer. And my buddy was like, Arnold Palmer? Like the golfer? I was like, well, I don't know what he did in his free time. I was doing a show a couple weeks ago, and I got off stage, and the headliner came up to me. He's like, hey, dude, I really like your character on stage. You're like this dumb, screw-up kid, you know, with the alcohol poisoning and Arnold Palmer stuff. And I was like, oh yeah, I didn't know we were doing characters. I was like, you could have just said good job. Instead, he had to give me a compliment that hurts my feelings. Alright guys, that's gonna be it for me. My name is Antigo. Good luck in the area, everybody.